In this lecture, I will discuss the ultrasonic distance sensor. The ultrasonic distance sensor is used for measuring the short distances. It emits a high frequency sound and waits for the echo. Once the ultrasonic distance sensor captures the echo pulse, it counts the time elapsed between the emission of ultrasonic signal and the capture of its echo, and this value is passed to the Arduino. Here is what we are going to build. The sensor will continuously take distance measurements of whatever happens to be in front of it. The Arduino will receive the readings and print them on the screen. The distance sensor HC-SR04 has 4 pins: VCC, trig, echo and ground. The VCC is for connecting to a 5V positive voltage for power. Trigger pin. A pulse is sent from the Arduino to the sensor trigger pin to go into ranging mode for object detection. Echo sends a signal back to the sensor if an object has been detected or not. If a signal is returned, object has been detected. If not, no object has been detected. The ground pin is for completing the electrical circuit. Let's check out the circuit. We will need Arduino, few jumper wires, breadboard and distance sensor. Plug the distance sensor in the Arduino board. Take a jumper wire, connect it to the digital pin number 7 on the Arduino board, and plug its other end in the empty socket of column in which the trigger pin of the distance sensor is plugged in. Now take another jumper wire, connect it to the digital pin number 6 and plug its other end in the empty socket of column on the breadboard in which the echo pin is plugged in. Similarly, connect the 5V pin and ground pin to the power lines of the breadboard respectively. Connect the VCC pin of distance sensor to any empty socket of positive row, and connect the ground pin of distance sensor to empty socket of negative row of the breadboard. Now let's check out the sketch we need to upload to the Arduino to work with the distance sensor. We start by defining the trigger pin and echo pins. The trigger pin of the distance sensor will receive a higher pulse from the pin number 7, which is defined as the trigger pin. Then the distance sensor will send an ultrasonic sound, and when it will hit the object, it will bounce back and will be received by the distance sensor. The distance sensor will pass this time duration to the pin number 6 on the Arduino board and will be saved in a variable. In the setup function, we will set the trigger pin as output and echo pin as input. Now in the loop function, declare two variables of data type int, duration and distance. Now we will set the trigger pin as low. Then we will wait for 2 microseconds. Now again set the trigger pin as high and wait for 10 microseconds. Now we will set the trigger pin as low again. Now we will save the value of time duration which is received by the pin number 6 in the variable duration. Through this formula we will calculate the distance. Now we have set a condition. If the distance is greater than 200 or is less than 0, then the object is not in range. Or if the distance is between 1 and 200, then we will print the distance in centimeters.